All right, now we're live. I think so. I see some of us, but not all. Oh, there it is. I see it over there on one screen, but not on the other screen. So what's going on, everybody? How's everyone doing? Can everybody see everything? We got to turn this down. All right. Okay, I turned the volume down. I got something in the background because I could read comments over there a lot bigger than I can hear. First time here. How you doing? Serenios Mobile. How you doing? Yeah, this audio is still loud. Let me see if I can mute that. Muted. There it goes. All right. Yes, we see. Okay, Umberto, thank you. So, you know my collaborator, my compadre, my left-hand man.
Mr. What is up, everybody? What is going on? How's everybody?
What's going on? Got Papa Smurf up in the house.
The one and only. Sounds good to me so far.
I'm going to make sure I don't get no echo going on here.
Hopefully not. Can everybody see and hear me clearly?
Oh, you know what? I think it's because I sent you the link on my phone. It's on my phone. I got to get rid of it there. That's the problem. Because I sent you the link on the phone. All right. Keith in the house. DRD's in the house. Functional Doctor. Umberto. Ryan.
Hello.
Jason. Umberto. Barbara. Lots of people up in the house.
What's up, everybody? Jason, Keith, Don't Ride Dirty. Chris Murphy, what is up? Keith, yeah, I'm actually I'm on my phone, so that proves it, Mike. My phone camera quality is better than my 10-year-old laptop.
So there was the only downfall with StreamYard, which it's not much, is they only go in 720. You have to pay for a $40 version going 1080 on my dark. Okay, let me see if I can fix that.
What's up, Mark Susie? What's up, everybody? How's everybody doing on this Saturday night? I had the luxury of actually cleaning my own cars today, and it felt so good. It felt so good, although I did not do the interiors because I just got lazy. But it felt good. It felt good, guys.
Oh, damn, I'm still kind of dark. I'm going to disappear again. I'll be right back.
Uh-oh. I'm going to start calling you Houdini, Mike. Got a new. Jason Davis said, my MacBook Pro is 10 years old, just died. Got a new M1 Mac Air. I'm looking at them. I'm just looking to upgrade, man. I found a nice Dell laptop for $1,000, man. And it's a nice laptop, but I'm on Windows 7 and they don't support that anymore.
So one of the videos I watched today, Eric, a Chromebook can stream with StreamYard.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I didn't know that, so just to let you know.
Yeah. I'm going to upgrade anyways. I need to get Windows 10 because they don't support Windows 7 anymore. Right. So
yeah. That was the problem. Is that fucking thing over there.
MacBook Pro. Phil said, go MacBook Pro. Oh, man, you guys are going to make me money.
You know, I ended up getting the iPad. I got the newest iPad. This is the 2020 version with the 11-inch. I got a Bluetooth keyboard. It's got a 4K camera. It's pretty sweet. I like it. All right.
Oh, not bad, Jason. That's not a bad price at all. $999.
No, $999. Oh yeah, you know that's what I'm using right now. Is the Mac Pro. That's what I'm streaming right here. It's the 23-inch. I paid $999 for that one.
Oh, not bad at all. That's really not bad.
No, that's what I'm using right here.
I'm streaming on that Samsung S8. You know, about to upgrade. I'm about to upgrade.
I'm on the Note 10. It's about to die on me.
Yeah. I was looking at the S20, the new S20, but I was looking at it the other day. I said, you know what? As soon as I buy that thing, a month later they're going to come out with a new one. So I'm just going to wait.
So what was the special deals everybody got on Black Friday?
Oh man, I don't I didn't order anything. The only thing I ordered was
You plead the fifth, huh?
I plead the fifth because I'm watching right now, so I didn't order anything.
Everything's going to the shop. I mean, nothing got ordered. You're right.
I did not order anything and send it to the shop. I promise.
She getting the blanket and the pillow ready for you.
It's already set up in the garage right here, man. I got the little fire pit going and everything.
I know it's cold out here. I was like, thinking to myself, if it gets any colder, I'm about to start doing live streams upstairs in the office.
It was pretty cold, but it was absolutely beautiful, man. It was like 67, 68 degrees, sunny, not a cloud in the sky, man. It was awesome.
Ryan said he can make a whole video of himself to tell us what he bought. I must be single or something. I bought
Mark Susi, Lithium, Shiny's Ethos G Technic. Oh man. Oh, Humberto ordered a new refrigerator. Yeah, we just got ours, Humberto.
I did go to the Chinese and get a mystery box from them. I got one from Jack's Wax, and I placed another order. Oh, Car Care Supplies. I got some of them Works detail brushes. I went and got me some of them.
Yeah. Fab bought a fridge and a stove. Oh, we're all adulting.
Yeah.
And the first thing he did was wipe them down and then put some protection. I already know.
Yeah. Did you put some graphene on there? On that stainless steel fridge?
First thing I did was on my fridge, I hit it with some detox and then I put Defy on it.
That's why you got Defy, huh?
Man. You know what though? I forgot that I had a bottle of Defy in the glove box of my GSX. And the other day, I drove it to work and there was like I hit a big old bug on the freeway and I reached in my glove box to grab a microfiber because I keep microfibers in my glove box. And I saw the Defy and my eyes lit up. I was like, ah!
Brian says that's how adults do Black Friday, buying refrigerators. Oh, come on.
Yeah. Because we both got products. Our products got products, man. We don't need no more.
That's funny. So in 2 more minutes, we're going to bring in special guests. We all know him.
We all know who he is.
We all know who it is. But
if you don't know who he is on YouTube, then you've been living under a rock.
You must, yeah. And yeah, under that rock too.
Yeah.
Everybody knows who we got coming up today.
Definitely.
And he's special.
Jason, I didn't let myself. I didn't realize.
You see the eyes go that way real quick? He had to look. Was mama looking?
I didn't realize I was out, but
I seen those eyes go like that's funny. IK sprayer, I did too. I got a new IK sprayer too.
Oh no, Fab's talking about the pump sprayers, the hand pump. Man, I want some of those so bad.
Man, I didn't know they had those too.
If you're watching right now, babe, I want some IK sprayers.
All right. It's 10 after. We're 10 minutes into the stream.
We're 10 minutes in. Let's bring in the special guest.
Mr. Phil from Miranda Auto Detailing. Bam! There he is. The legend.
What's up, guys?
What's up, Phil? How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. Doing good. I was just scarfing down some banana bread. So I'm good to go.
Nice. Did you butter it?
Cream cheese, man. Cream cheese.
Cream cheese. He's stepping it up a notch.
Oh, yeah. Fancy. Fancy. Homemade banana bread.
Nice.
There's nothing better, man.
Yep. Oh, yeah. Sucker for baked goods.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Heck yeah. That's what my wife's been doing. She's been making all kinds of stuff. I'm like, can you make me some sugar cookies? She's like, yeah, I'll make you something. I was like, I want them like 6 inches in diameter, though. I don't want these little cookies that's one bite and I'm done. I want to hold my cookie and enjoy it.
Exactly.
That's right.
Definitely.
Thank you for coming in.
Yeah. Hey, well, thank you guys.
As you know, Eric and I have collaborated together to do streams like this on the weekends, either on Saturdays or Sundays. We've reached out to several companies, detailers, YouTubers. You're number 2. Last week we had Bill from Lithium Car Care.
Yeah,
we spent nearly 2 hours with him, doing a lot of talking and asking questions and stuff like that. So I don't know if we'll go 2 hours, but we're going to do the same to you today.
Sounds good, man.
So we're just asking people in the questions and the comments, except for Brian, who bought a lot of stuff on Black Friday. What did you get on Black Friday?
I worked.
What?
Hey, man, got to do what you got to do.
Yeah,
gotta pay the bills. You guys detail. You go detail 7 days a week, right, Phil?
No, actually, just on the weekdays.
Oh, just on the weekdays? Okay.
Yep,
so.
Monday through Friday. If we do anything on the weekends, it's usually like a Friday job that's either a coating or something that goes into Saturday or Sunday, and the vehicle is just sitting there.
Okay.
But yeah, we try to have our weekends free because we work hard during the week and we need to be able to chill and relax and do other stuff. So
that's right.
Yeah, we've structured it so that we can take the weekends off.
Nice. Cool. That downtime is definitely needed.
Yeah, and I know it's probably opposite with you guys, where you have your normal day jobs, and then on the weekends is when you detail and have fun. So it's still fun for me, even though it's a business. So I try to balance it, but it's still enjoyable for me. It's still fun, even though I do.
That's good.
It is our business.
Yeah.
That's good that you can still find the fun and the passion in it, and not just think of it as I gotta do this many cars and then do this. So it's nice that you still find that passion in detailing. And
that's right.
Oh yeah.
I gotta ask Phil, when did you start when did you have that epiphany of I'm gonna start my own mobile detailing business, and did it start out with your passion for detailing your own cars, or did you just start detailing your own cars, detailing friends' cars, and realize I can make this something? You know what I mean?
Yeah, our story is kind of interesting because I hear all those different stories of guys who start that way, and it was something that they were already doing. They were already detailing. They got into the whole community and into that whole thing, and then it slowly turns into a business. For us, we started from scratch, and I didn't really even know what detailing was. So it's a little weird. It's a little unorthodox, but basically, before we moved down here, we've been here for just shy over 11 years now, and that's when we started the business. Was 11 years ago, and we moved from
Virginia,
upstate
right?
New York.
Sorry, I don't mean to cut you off, but you guys are in, where are you guys located again? Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Virginia?
We're in Richmond, Virginia.
Okay.
Yeah, Richmond, Virginia. And before we were living in upstate New York, Vermont.
Oh,
so,
okay.
Yeah, that's where we're originally from. Yeah, I'm originally from Boston, and then we moved to Vermont when I was a kid and lived and played and worked up there. So kind of grew up in the city a little bit and then a little bit in the country.
Nice.
But, before we moved down here, my wife and I, we had been already married for quite a number of years, and I was just bouncing around doing different jobs, and the economy up there was just tanking. And my wife and her parents had a really nice painting business, like interior painting.
Okay.
And that's what we did for years. And then that started to tank, and it was just a struggle financially and trying to find work up there. But a couple of years before we moved down here, her friends had a mobile bumper painting business. So, yeah, they would go to dealerships and go to the used car lots and basically find bumpers that had chips and cracks and dents. And they had a trailer like about the size of mine that we have right now. And it was basically like a little mini paint shop. So they had all different tints. It was like a PPG tint system. I forget which one. There's a couple of different paint systems, but basically all the different bottles of tint were there. You had a little scale in front of us, and we would mix, a few ounces of paint, and then we would mix up clear coat. So I learned how to repair plastic bumpers, and then learn how to mix the colors, learn how to blend them. I would shoot the color. You tape off everything. This is all done outdoors. It was mobile, so it was all done outside. And we would paint the bumpers, do the repairs, prime it, shoot the color, and then clear coat the entire bumper and make it look like new again. And then like an hour later, drive it back onto the lot. And that's what we did. Nice. So we did that for like 2 years. I learned how to do painting and clear coat, learned a lot about that. And that was the business that I originally wanted to get into, thinking about moving down here where we had a longer working season and it wasn't crazy winters and cold like it is up in Vermont. But that business was a huge startup cost. Yeah. So we couldn't swing that. But in the midst of doing that research, I stumbled across detailing. And I didn't even know what it was at the time. And but at the time, I was always taking care of my cars anyway. When I was getting into the painting aspect, then I was learning about it and learning about clear coat. And I was already cleaning our cars. Like I would wash my car every week and I would make it look super glossy and shiny, but I didn't know what I was doing at all. I would take it to the contactless, washes and wash myself and dry it down with a chamois, and I know I scratched it like crazy. And I didn't even know what polishing really was properly. I was using the big rotary, buffers, and I was definitely leaving a lot of holograms and ruining some cars, most likely at that point. Yeah. But I could paint, I could paint cars, I could clear coat them and repair them. So that I could do. So I stumbled across the detailing aspect. Oh, I'm going to answer this one question here, Mark. What is the one detailing product you completely exceeds your expectations and you couldn't do without any plans for another cat? Oh yes. Well, we do have we do have Missy. She's the other little fat cat around here. But as far as detailing products, what's the one detailing product that completely exceeds your expectations? Man, I have to say that is kind of a tough question. I
can imagine there's a lot.
yeah. There's a lot of
garage video today, and I see all those products you have in there. It'd be hard to choose one.
I know. It's fun, but it's also like kind of mind blowing. You go in there and like, I'm going to play with this product. Oh, wait, I forgot about that product. Oh, I forgot about that product. Oh, I forgot about that product. It just goes on and on and on. But I don't know, man. When it comes to one detailing product, you can't detail with just one detailing product. You need multiple ones.
Yeah, that's definitely true, man.
Yeah, I would have to say at least some sort of like O&R. O&R, everyone knows O&R. I started recently using the American Detailer Garage Wipeout, which is like O&R, but I think it's a little bit better. It feels a little bit slicker, a better dilution ratio. To me, it does. And I love that stuff because it's so versatile. So you can use it like a rinseless wash. You can use it as a glass cleaner, as a spray wax, or simple products. Like I love versatile products that you can use for multiple surfaces and for multiple reasons. So definitely. I think products like that are really important because I'll reach for those when I'm like, I just need something really quick and simple, and it's very affordable. As well. I have a gallon of American Detailer Garage still, and I've had it for over a year, and I think I've only used maybe like 16 ounces of it. I still have.
Oh, that's all. That's bang for the buck right there too.
Exactly. So those are pretty important products to have. As a detailer, you should at least have one of those O&R, one of those types of products that you could use because of the versatility of them.
For Eric, it'd be Defy.
Yeah.
I'm out.
I still have some. I gotta start using some more of it. Yeah, I do like that. So
it's awesome.
Yeah, I'm gonna quickly wrap up my other little story though, because I was talking about how we got into it when we stumbled across the detailing aspect, and I remember stumbling across autogeek.net and all the different forums, Right Look and Detail King, like all those, big online presence at the time. And that's really how I got into it. I just went down the rabbit hole and just kept learning and learning. And I didn't realize how much really went into proper detailing. And that was just the cleaning aspect. And then the polishing a few years later when I got like my first DA, the Porter cable and all the pads and then I got the extractor right off the bat, that Mighty Light 8070 and learned how to use that thing. And then the steamer, it just kept going and going and going. And basically after 11 plus years, it just comes down to experience and basically just trial and error and learning all these things along the way. So we've done a lot of stupid stuff and learned from it. And now we know how to detail vehicles properly. We're still always learning as well.
I had to put that up for Eric to see.
Yeah. Fab, don't rub it in, dude.
I thought that was funny.
Do you use a paint depth gauge?
Not really routinely, no, because the one that I have is just a little cheapy, $100 one, and it reads the whole, all of the primer, paint, and clear coat all together. So basically, it just gives me an idea of what I'm dealing with, how much clear coat is potentially on there, and that way I'm not digging into it too much. And it'll tell me also if it's been repainted, if it's double the amount of clear, and double the amount of thickness on there. So I don't use it a lot, but it's definitely nice to pull out when you question the paint and you see a little bit of body work and you're like, there might be some repaints on here. Then I'll pull it out and just quickly do measurements just all around. I kind of fly around the vehicle just to give myself an idea of what I'm dealing with and then go from there. Yeah, but it is good to have, though. I definitely think just get a cheap one. It's good to have just to give you a basis of and to be safe as well, and it gives you some confidence.
A little bit of insurance, kind of.
Yeah, it's good to show the customer that as well. You can document that, show the customer, I can't go this far because this is how thin the paint is. So that is nice to have.
Communication's key for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
You can't always be the expert in it or show them the best stuff if you can't get to it.
Yeah. Yep.
So Total Detailing Auto Surfaces says, Phil, what would one piece of advice you'd give to the newer detailers just starting out and helping them be successful?
I would have to say practice. Because getting knowledge in the forums and even talking to people is great. That's Gabe. He was actually in our first detailing workshop class. He kind of helped me kind of push me along to start that. So thank you, Gabe. But as far as starting your detail business, I was thinking about this recently, and I was thinking about making a video about it because, we run a detailing business. It's a business, but it's also kind of the passion of detailing. So how do you mix those two? Because I see a lot of detailers on here on YouTube that are definitely helping people run the business side of it. And I'm trying to balance myself with that, balance my thoughts with that, because I don't consider myself a businessman at all. I don't really think I have that type of, dare I say, like cutthroat business type of techniques to make myself lots of money and to be successful. I'm not really about that. So when it comes to being successful, like what do you view success as first off? And really, I mean, when it comes down to owning and running a detailing business, are you just about the business part of it, or are you really more about the detailing part of it? I'm going to say, for me, I want to focus on the detailing part of it. Get good at detailing. Be really good at it. Practice. Do the research. Learn all the different techniques and learn how to do things properly. And then start focusing on the business part of it. Because you can be a really good business person,
Mm-hmm.
but if you don't know how to detail, and if that's the business you're going into, I don't know. I
It's
think you
only
kind
going
of
to get
set
you so
yourself
far,
up.
right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I think that's putting the cart before the horse. You know,
Yep.
if someone says you want to
Exactly.
start
I
a
agree.
detailing business, get good at detailing first, and
Yeah.
then put the business side into it. And that's what we did. I mean, we just struggled. We just begged people to wash their cars for like $25, like wash and vacuum and spend an hour and a half on their car and make $25. That's not smart business.
No.
But we slowly learned. Like we got really good at what we did, and then the business side started to pick up. And then I started to think about it more. I'm like, okay, I need to think about prices. I need to think about services. I need to think about better products. I need to think about all that other stuff that goes into the business side of it.
Has Jess always been with you since you started the detailing business?
Oh yeah, we started together. That was our main goal. Yep.
So you didn't have experience just like when you started also? So you guys, bloomed together?
Yeah.
That's good.
Yep.
That's
so
good. That's good.
I showed her a lot of the paint stuff that I knew because I was doing the bumper painting. I was employed doing that. So that wasn't my own business. Her friend owned the company, and I worked for her friend doing that mobile bumper painting business. So after 2 years of that, I gained all that knowledge, and then I told my wife, like, this is maybe this is a good viable business we can get into. And of course, like I mentioned, we stumbled across the detailing aspect, and that's what took off. That's what we went after because it was a cheaper startup cost. But I mean, we really started from scratch. We didn't really know what we were doing. We would go to office parks and just beg people to wash their cars, and it was a slow process. And the first year we almost failed. I mean, by the end of that year, we're like, we're not making money. Like, what are we going to do? So, but
what kept you pushing, man? What kept you pushing?
Well, interestingly enough, at that same time, Groupon had hit Richmond. So Groupon at the time, 10 years ago, when they first started, they were good. They actually, it was a really cool business model, a really cool business thing that they started, and they would focus on one business for that entire day. So when they first started, it was a great way to advertise your business. So that's what we did. We ran a Groupon, and it just took off from there. We did like 3 Groupons in a row, like every 6 months we did it. And by that time already we gained so many regular customers. Our website got so many hits. Like that first time we did it, it was like thousands of hits in one day. And it just shot our website. Yeah, shot our website up like to the top organically.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so that's really what did it. I know it's kind of weird. It's a weird success story. It's because Groupon.
That's why we have you.
Yeah. The sad thing is, it happened at just the right time. To try to do Groupon now is useless. Like it won't work.
Yeah.
So we caught it at the right time, and it just catapulted us. And from there, it taught us how to work super fast and efficiently. Because we ran into some snags, we were so excited we're getting all these calls and customers. I spent that entire day that the Groupon ran just answering phone call after phone call after phone call. And I was scheduling like almost 5 days a week, 5 cars per day.
Wow.
And at that point I'm like, uh-oh. Like I really don't know what I'm doing yet. Like I can't do 5 cars a day, and they're mobile, and then I scheduled them at all different places around Richmond, and I'm like, oh no, like I don't know how I'm going to get all of this in one day. So that was the challenge. However, it was kind of a good way of really kicking us into high gear and learning how to schedule people properly, and not overbooking ourselves, and learning how to tell the customer, okay, according to your address, we're going to put you on a route for the day and give you an estimated time. So it taught us how to talk to people and how to get the customer service down as well.
Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah, so that second year
was the customer service, you or Jess? Who's better in the customer service?
Oh, me or Jess? Well, I answer the phones. So I'm the voice that they hear all the time. Jess was doing it the first like maybe like a third year in, she was doing it because we had this thing where I'd be driving, and then if the phone rang, it was a customer, she would handle it and take it. But for the most part now, it's mostly just me. So I'll take the calls and emails and all of that.
Nice.
Yeah.
So Ryan's got a question. What are some of the best tips you've learned over the years that have helped you become efficient?
Ooh, that's I definitely have some good ones there. When it comes to interior detail, I'll start with interior detailing because that could be kind of a difficult area because just like the outside, outside is a little bit more simple, even though there's different clear coat, soft, hard, and all that. The interior, you have so many different surfaces. You have so many different fabrics and leathers and plastics, and they change from year to year. And then you also have to deal with all the disgusting stuff that's in there. You know, all different types of food and drinks and who knows what else in there. Like this past one that we just did, I did film a video on it. It'll probably be out in the next month or two. But it was a minivan. It was a newer minivan, but just found a dirty diaper in the back. So there's that. But that was taken care of quickly. There didn't make any big mess or anything. But just that type of stuff that you have to deal with. So learn how to detail interiors fast and efficiently. I learned having an air compressor, really important for us. That blows crevices out. That'll blow things out of areas that you would never know that things were even in. Air compressor, really important. A steamer, more important than an extractor. We definitely found that out. Even though we bought that extractor right off the bat, we did use it, but we were running into problems because we would oversaturate. We would oversaturate carpets and upholstery, and then we would deal with browning or chemical oxidizing, you know, the high alkaline chemicals oxidizing, turning brown. We're like, why is the stain returning? Come to find out, you know, we learned some of the chemistry behind it, and learn to not oversaturate, use the steamer instead, clean the surface. You know, I know everybody's all about the extractor, and even in their minds, I'll see some comments where they say, no, you need to be able to extract all that grit and that junk into the foam. And I'm like, you're not getting that anyway. The extractors are not that, they're not as powerful as you think. They're not getting, 2 to 3 inches down into the foam. They can't.
No way.
No.
If you did, you'd be damaging your fabric. If your vacuum could do that, it would be sucking up all of your fabric.
There's no way that'll work. You'd be sucking the seat up with it.
Yeah, exactly. So I know people in their mind, they think, oh, that's the best way to clean. You're getting all that. And like, no, clean the surface and keep things as dry as possible, and use the correct chemicals as well. Learn a little bit of the chemistry with the chemicals.
Sometimes less is more.
Exactly. Yeah. And that's definitely true. That is definitely true. With exteriors, I think you can learn a lot quicker because once you understand the nature of paint, how it works, almost anyone can learn how to clean, decon, and protect paint. You know, it takes a little bit of knowledge, a little bit of experience, but it's much easier, I think, dealing with interiors just because of the level of different surfaces and all the different stuff that's in there.
All the different. I would agree with you on that also.
Yeah. So I actually took away my interior package, and I'll only do it by request. And then I overcharge for it because I hate doing interior onlys. Yeah. I'll do exterior onlys all day.
Oh, you like the exterior a lot better than interior, huh?
Oh yeah. Jess and I have gotten it down packed. We can do it so quick, so efficiently. I enjoy it more. We can get them done quicker. Yeah, I prefer. You never know what you're going to deal with on the inside. It can be a nightmare.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
The more I do interiors, the more I want to just do paint and coatings and protection.
See, exactly. Imagine having to do it for money, and you're like, oh, I got to take it. I got to do it.
Yeah,
got to do it.
So, yeah, if I can avoid it, I will.
Nice.
Yeah.
So Don't Ride Dirty is asking, with the new garage, will you start most of your details there and get away from mobile detailing?
Good question. I don't think I'll ever get rid of the mobile. I think I'm always going to have it because this area, for one, that's how we started. So I feel like for me, I'm very sentimental that way. I'm like very nostalgic. like that's what I started with. Like I feel like I don't want to give that up. I don't want to let that go.
Yeah.
So I think I'll always have it, but it's not going to be my primary thing now. And instead, it will be mostly out of the garage. I'm trying to do out of the garage just because of the ease sake of it. And I know it doesn't look it, but we're getting older, and my knees are shot, my back is shot, and it's
literally my back's
seriously.
hurting just saying that.
I can't believe some of these guys that have been doing it for 20 plus years. I mean, that's incredible. That is incredible. And I know at this point they're probably not doing the really nasty stuff like they used to. They're probably not hustling as much as they used to, like when we started. But I don't want to hustle that much anymore. We've gotten to a point now where our business is almost pretty much self-sustaining. I don't advertise anymore. I only advertise if I want something special. I'm like, I'm going to run a special and do this little thing, but I don't really advertise anymore. It just, the website gets traffic and word of mouth and all that other stuff. It just keeps on going and going and going. So, but I'll always keep the mobile. I still have some customers that we do mobile because they need it.
Yeah.
So I think right now it's roughly about 25% mobile and the rest is from our garage.
Oh, nice. So yeah, definitely a difference in mobile versus garage.
Yeah.
Did your website not reflect that? Because I think last time I was on your website, I did not see the option to bring the car to your garage and leave it there.
I need to update that.
Yeah.
I've been so crazy busy that I'm like, oops, I gotta update that. I forgot about that. So thank you for reminding me. I need to do that. Yep.
I don't know if you know this guy named Brian from FAB Automotive Detailing. He's wondering
what's up, Brian?
Ask for perfection versus enhancement.
Oh yeah, it's the most common job for you. Interesting. So, what's interesting is I don't really have too many customers that are the crazy perfectionist type. Usually, I'll ask them, "What are your expectations? Do you want it perfect, or are you looking for something to just do you want to enhance that?" I usually say that. Do you just want to enhance it, make it look better? And I have to say, 9 times out of 10, it's like, oh, I know it's not going to be perfect. I'm not shooting for that. I just want it to look better, than it is. And many times you've seen the videos too. A lot of newer customers see the videos and they're like, "That's what I want you to do." They want the paint enhancement usually. Very few want paint corrections, and I'll even talk people out of a paint correction. I know it sounds crazy, but
no, that makes sense.
I'll talk them out of it after I ask them a bunch of questions. I'm like, "Is this your daily driver? I see you had some body work and this and that." As we look around the vehicle, I'm like, "Do you want to go full paint correction? Because that's like starting at $900, or do you want to do a paint enhancement?" I kind of sweeten the deal for them. I'm like, you know what? I can do a paint enhancement. It's much cheaper. I can get it done in the day, and I'll throw in a ceramic sealant or something like that. Not a coating, but like a ceramic sealant or something special. It's still the deal. So I'm making less money, but it's easier. I can get it done in almost half a day now that Jess is polishing. It's just so much quicker.
Example those machines too.
Yeah,
and the difference between an enhancement and correction, the thin difference I feel like they would see if you were to do a paint enhancement versus a correction, that's a thin line. I mean, for that much money and more time, you know what I mean? It's
exactly. Yeah, there's very few people that can see the difference and want that. Want that. So that makes, that does make it easier for us. But there are still a few that are like, "I want the paint as perfect as it can get." I'm like, "Okay, if that's what you want. You want to pay for it, then I'll do it. I'll spend a couple of days on it." And
those are the people that usually take more care of their cars as well. You know what I mean? You don't want to spend 9 hours correcting a car all day for them to go take it to an automated car wash. It's like
exactly. Yeah.
So let me ask you something, Phil. Let me ask you, so is there something in detailing that you repetitively did that you're like, "Man, I don't like doing this," but ponder on Jess that she's perfected it to where you don't have to worry about going to do that specific thing?
Ooh, that's a good question. because when we first started, also, we kind of developed our own routine and we just kind of fell into it. Even the way we detail cars, excuse me, even the way we detail, like especially with the interiors, we each have like our own routine, our own thing that we do, and we do it the same every single time. I go into the driver's seat and start with that. She's in the passenger seat, starts with all the plastics and the leather and the glass and all that. And I'm doing all the dusting and the vacuuming and the carpets. She likes to deal with the leather. She likes to clean the leather and the upholstery. That's her thing.
That's cool.
Yeah, she's learned a lot of awesome tricks from that. She does not like to use the extractor on upholstery because she learned, she's like, it's oversaturating. The stains are coming back. It's doing all this stuff. So she's like, okay, I'm going to hit this spot. I'm going to steam it, go gentle, try to dry it out as quick. So she's the one who actually learned a lot of that stuff. And then we have experienced it together. Like, yeah, that's working out better. That's better than what we used to do, and better than what we see a lot of people do. And we were copying a lot of people at first. Like any beginner would. You copy it, you try it for yourself. If it works, great. But then when you start doing it over and over and over with all these different vehicles, you run into different variables and different problems. And then you start to kind of make it your own. You're like, okay, that's not working. I need to do something else. So that's when you kind of develop your own thing. So that's what she does.
Gotta improvise,
Yeah. And she cleans like all the glass as well. She hates cleaning glass, but she cleans all that. And I'll do like the windshield, like the inside windshield where she can't reach. My long arms can go all the way down, like the minivans have the long windshields, and some of the back glass, the sunroof and stuff like that. But no, I think at any given moment too, when we're working around, I could hand something off to her and be like, hey, can you, just finish off this little vacuum. I got to go talk to a customer, take a phone call or whatever. And she can take over what I'm doing. And we can do that vice versa, with any of the things that we're doing. But I would have to say, I hate cleaning glass.
Me too.
She usually does that. I hate it. She does it. And she takes care of like the leather and the plastics and upholstery and stuff like that. So
nice. So I saw this question pop up earlier, and it kind of had me wondering too. What's the worst experience you've had with a customer?
Oh, we've had quite a few.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, we've had some crazy people. I remember one that was pretty, well, it was a couple of years ago. The cool thing was we were filming, we had started the YouTube channel. A lot of this had started, some of these bad experiences were way before YouTube. But we had one when we were recording, and we did this little old Honda CRV, and it was a beat up little thing. And we did the full detail on it inside and out. It actually came out really nice. And I filmed like everything inside and out, and it came out great. And the customer unfortunately had to leave, which is okay. Usually it's fine. They leave and they're like, pay me by invoice, whatever. I'll send you the invoice. And usually that's fine. So she left. We wrapped up. Everything looked great. And later on that day, I sent the invoice and she paid, and it was fine. 2 weeks later, the customer calls, and right off the bat, you could already tell by the tone of voice. It was a nasty way of talking and saying that we left dirt on the seat. And she tried to send pictures, trying to send video on the phone. I don't know why she couldn't figure it out, but she couldn't. And she's like, you need to come back here and clean this. And I'm like, I'm sorry, but I don't know what you mean. I said, let me send you footage. I have a video that we sent footage. I sent her the exact footage of the front seats that she was complaining about right from the camera. It was on my head cam. I'm like, right from the camera, you could obviously see they were clean. So I sent that to her, and she's like, it's not stains, it's dirt. I'm like, it's not stains, it's dirt. And I'm like, well, it's been 2 weeks. And she's like, no, the car sat there. We didn't move it. We didn't touch it. And I'm like, I'm sorry, but I don't know. I can't do anything for you. It's been 2 weeks. So she hung up angrily. And then I got an email saying that she was trying to get the money back from Square. We use Square for the credit card and invoicing. Yeah. So basically, I refuted it. I sent Square. She had signed my agreement form as well, but she completely disregarded it. She was like, I don't care what, whatever. That doesn't mean anything to me. Like, you need to come back here. I'm like, is she going to like murder us? Like, what is going on with this lady? Like, it doesn't make any sense. Why? Yeah, something was just off. So I sent Square, I refuted it, sent Square everything, my agreement form that she signed, the video, like the link to the YouTube video, and they could tell too. They could tell like she's refuting it 2 weeks later. Like, that's weird.
Yeah.
So it went to the full 90 days that, Square was like, you got to wait 90 days. And I did, and I won, and the money came through, and I never heard from her again. But that just taught us an important lesson. And already, like, Jess is very good at I shouldn't say judging people, but like a good judge of character. Like, she can already tell, like,
definitely.
I'm getting a weird vibe, and I'm like, yeah, and I get that vibe, but then I try to like, nah, like, they're fine, it's okay.
See the best in people. Definitely.
Yeah, this one, her intuition, was right. she was a messed up person, and we've had a few that way. That we've had a few that they would just curse us out before we even started the job, and they didn't communicate properly, and just weird people. But we cut them right off. We're like, nope, great day, bye, we're gone.
I have the right to take off service to everyone. Yeah.
Yep. And that is in my agreement form. Like, I have in the agreement form, we have the right to refuse service if we feel that we are unsafe or feel uncomfortable in any way. Like, we word it that way. So
yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
It's a good layout, Mike. I like the 3 like this.
Yeah. Oh, I like that. Nice.
I've been, I've been studying and watching videos all day of different things to do on here. So I've been all these little clips of everything to see what it does, Yeah,
that's cool.
Because Eric and I, we're trying to get a weekly thing of something like similar to how we have you every weekend, So, we got stuff, through mid-January every weekend of at least somebody or a company to come into our stream to do a Q&A with us. So,
yeah, I like that.
So, if Eric learns something, he tells me. If I learn something, I'm telling him. We'll sit we'll sit in each other's. We can do this offline also. We can be practicing stuff, see what we can do. So we've been trying, to make it right, so when people come in and they're watching this, to make it enjoyable for them.
Yeah,
that's
definitely.
Cool. Yeah, that's cool. I like that.
So Stay Tuned Car Care has a question for you, Phil. What is the one thing you would change or improve on in an overall detail? Mine is being disorganized. Oh, I feel like this one can go on.
Yeah. I'm constantly tweaking things. I feel like I have a pretty good routine. The overall routine I feel pretty good about, but there's always little things that I can tweak to make a little bit better. Even the way that our trailer is set up, I actually still work out of the trailer, even though I have stuff in the garage. I have the vacuum in there with the 50-foot hose I use. I have a compressor in the garage that I use. So it's like I pull stuff from the trailer and I pull stuff from the garage, to detail the car that's either in the garage or just outside of the garage. That is actually kind of annoying to me right now. So I'm going to be changing that up so that I have a vacuum in the garage and I don't have to be working out of both.
Out of the trailer, yeah, kind of like inconvenience.
Yeah, exactly. So, and that kind of means I have to double up on a few things. Like I had to double up on a compressor, double up on the vacuum. So those are some things that I do need to improve on. But that's only been in the past few months because of the new garage and the new setup and everything. Usually out of the trailer, we tried to make the trailer as efficiently put together and designed as possible, at least for us. There's a few things aesthetically that I wish I could change, but I don't see a need for it. It's just aesthetics. There's things where I'm like, I want to cover that up and make it look pretty, but I'm like, who cares? Yeah. But the overall efficiency. Say what?
You still got the coffee pot in there?
I will be putting it there. I didn't put it for the summer, but I will be putting it there for the winter if we go on mobile jobs. Definitely.
Sure.
And we gotta have Oh yeah. But when we're doing mobile jobs, having that hose reel for the vacuum where the vacuum stays put, and all you need to do is pull the hose out, pull the air compressor hose. I have my little work belt, the Detailer's Garage work belt, stuff all my tools and cleaners and towels. That makes things so fast and efficient. Even having the little remotes, to power the air compressor, the vacuum, the air blower that I have there. When everything is in the trailer and all you need to do is pull out a hose here and there, that makes things really efficient, very, very fast. So it's taken a while to get there, but I would definitely suggest if you're going to do that, make things stationary in there. So you're not pulling out the vacuum, pulling out the pressure washer, pulling these things, because breakdown and setup and breakdown can take anywhere between 5 to maybe even 10 minutes each time. And that's just sucking up time. I know it only seems like maybe 20 minutes total, but it can be annoying and you can be tripping.
The end of a detail.
Because right behind my trailer, it's not as fancy as that. I got to pull everything out that I want.
Yeah.
I got to pull it all out and get it all lined up. And even my generator, I got to pull it out if I can't use power. And the only thing I don't drag out is the water tank, but that water tank sits so far up that even, I wouldn't, everything sits on one side of the trailer. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's taken a while to design it to the point where it's very efficient for me. I think the only thing I really have to pull out is like the steamer. I'd love to be able to get a steamer on like a 50-foot hose, but I don't think they make those yet.
Yeah.
No.
But
so
that,
mine's not that big.
Yeah. So that does make things a lot easier and more efficient. But still, I'm always tweaking things to make things more fast and efficient. The less you can drag out, the better.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So Ken wants to know, being mobile, do you have a limit on how far you'll drive before do you charge mileage?
Yeah, we do charge mileage. I would have to say, I think it's like after 45 minutes or like up to an hour. Then beyond that, we'll charge like $25 or more, depending on how far. Or I would have to basically say like, hey, if we're going to be traveling an hour and a half to 2 hours, it needs to be like a $500 minimum.
Yeah, it needs to be worth it, right?
Yeah, have two vehicles. Do you have two vehicles? We could do it. At $275 a piece. And so it's eating up that charge. I'm not going to charge you the mileage, but I'm trying to get the money out of it. To make it work, because that's a whole day. That's a whole day.
Yeah, you're not going to drive an hour and a half for a basic wash.
Yeah, exactly. There's actually one customer. Well, there's been a few customers. One we had to drive up to Forest, which I think is about 2 hours away. But we did. I think it was a $500 detail we did. It actually, at the time, it was like I did a full paint correction in the guy's garage, and I think I only charged him $500. It was a little tiny like blue Beamer that we did. It was pretty easy. We got it done in the day. Totally undercharged on that one, but that was years ago. And we have another customer that we do roughly every 2 years. And this one is really cool. They have like a bunch of classic cars. I do have some videos on it. They got like these awesome classic Vets. And those details are the easiest. They're basically garage kept. They're just for the family. And we go there, spend the day. It's about 2 hours away. We go there, spend the day. Nobody's around. They're just like, here are all the cars. Just take care of them. We cut you a check.
Yeah.
It's like, that's a sweet gig. But I mean, it's 2 hours away, but it's totally worth it.
Definitely. That sounds good. Nothing like garage kept cars, less work.
Oh yeah. Yeah. We do all like waterless washes. Like they're barely dusty. Like you blow on them, you blow the dust off. That's it.
I was just gonna say you do rinseless washes pretty much, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Not even rinseless. Like we just use the spray, like a spray wax, and like that's it. There's no dust on them. We almost feel bad. Yeah, we're like, whew, like the air compressor. Like we're done. That's it.
Yep. That's good. Just blew it off.
You don't always get those.
I wish I could get customers like that.
I know. I wish I could always get customers like that, but we have one, just one. But that's all right.
That's crazy.
When it comes around, and they email us, we're like, yay!
Like, yes.
Yeah.
Come on, babe. We got to get up, get our coffee, and get up there.
Exactly. Yeah, we love that day. Yep.
When you started your detailing business, how long after when you started your YouTube channel?
Oh man, I mean, we only started the YouTube channel like 3 years ago.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Yeah, we had it. I mean, that's when I really started to push it. We've had it since like 2010, and I think I have a video on there. Like one of the first videos was like me. Jess was recording me polishing this Maserati. Like we had this old van that we were detailing out of, and we were doing this Maserati like outside. And I think that was the first video that I put on there. And then there's a few other little ones here and there, but I didn't think it would do anything. I just put it on there just because it was YouTube. But then when I started watching other channels, I got hooked on a couple of them, like Jim White from White Details. He started making his videos maybe about 4 or maybe almost 5 years ago, and I got hooked on his channel and AM Details, like all the overseas ones. It was weird, and he like had so much fun with it when he was making those videos. And I'm like, this is awesome. I think I want to try that. So I try to fashion a lot of my videos kind of to hit like him and Alan's from AM Details. I always gravitate to theirs because they were the ones who kind of unknowingly to them, unbeknownst to them, they're the ones who kind of felt kind of pushed me along. I try to copy a lot of their tactics and stuff that they do for their business and detailing, and then with their channels, I felt like I wanted to fashion it after theirs. So that's when I started doing that and started to really push it more and make more videos like that, and I just kept on going.
Yeah.
Some of the overseas detailers do make very, very good YouTube videos.
Yeah.
A lot of them.
Yeah, they do. Yep.
There's a lot of good channels out, man. And when I first started, I was watching you, Phil, you and Fab, and pretty much you and Fab were like the two that inspired me. Just your guys' style. Just hey, man. I love detailing. Although you did have the business side, it's like just the style. I said, I don't know how to have a bit like. Am I going to be weird on camera? Is this going to be weird? Like, how do I need to practice? Like, what do I need to do? And
I totally practiced. There's footage that no one will ever see because it's long deleted. But there was footage of me like setting the camera up and talking to it and like trying different things, like how do I introduce myself? How do I say certain things, and getting comfortable with it. And then I started to talk to the camera more, and have little intros and stuff and feel more confident about it. But it took some time. I was definitely practicing, and there was a lot of footage that just never made it to YouTube and is long deleted and no one will ever see it.
Oh man.
But
I'd love to see that.
How come, we always see Phil talking about products, but yet Jess is doing half the work. We never see her talking about a product.
She doesn't want to be on camera. I try to be like, hey, okay, hun. So, and she's like, no.
She's camera shy, huh?
Yep. She's like, no, don't put me on camera.
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah, but she shows up still. She'll show up on camera. Sometimes she doesn't know it.
Yeah.
And she gets mad at me. She's like, you put that in? I'm like, what?
Does she watch all the videos before they go live?
No, she'll watch them after.
Oh, does she?
Yeah, she actually will. I don't think she watches all of them, but every once in a while, she'll be relaxing and I come into the living room and I'm like, that's one of my videos.
You're like, hey, you're watching me.
Yep.
Can't get enough of you, I guess.
Yeah, I guess not.
Pretty sure the wife's inside watching right now, so I gotta be careful what I say.
That's funny.
I have no product coming, I promise.
Yeah. Okay.
I think I do. That I just saw, like, I'll get these emails from like UPS, like random emails that are from some, like it's not always the company name on the UPS thing. It'll say something else, some other corporation or something. And I just got one the other day and I'm like, I don't know what this is. It's just a UPS tracking, and it's like, it's coming in a few days. I'm like, I didn't talk to anybody. No one said anything. So it's whatever it is, it'll show up, and I don't know what it is. Sometimes my wife orders stuff, for herself, but I don't think that's it. So something's coming in. I just don't know what it is. So we'll see. But I like that.
I think Eric might be doing the same thing. I have no idea. Didn't order nothing. I got tracking popped up.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know.
You're like, look, bank account, there's nothing there. Yeah.
Nothing there. You can. I order. I go to the store and I buy Visa cards to order, so it's like no paper trail.
Ooh. You shouldn't have let that secret out, man. You shouldn't have let that secret out.
Dang it.
We may not be seeing Papa Smurf later.
If you guys don't hear from me, then you guys need to send a cavalry, okay?
Yeah, exactly.
He's gonna wake up in the morning. His beer's gonna be full of ice because he's sleeping in the garage.
or it's gonna be half shaved. It's gonna be
funny right there.
It's gonna be like Last Man on Earth. I don't know if you guys ever watched that show, Last Man on Earth. One of those comedy shows. But
you should think about
I'll have to send you guys a link separately. I'll send you a link separately as to what I'm talking about. If anyone sees that show, they'll know what I'm talking about. It's funny.
Look, I'm also streaming on Facebook also. So Jonathan wants to know a best tire cleaner because he lives off on a dirt road. So his tires and rims always stay dirty.
Best tire cleaner. You know what? Using something very, very simple, like using like Super Clean or Extra Tough, those types of cleaners, they're easy, they're cheap. Oh, hey, you're wearing yours. Mine's in the wash. I should have worn mine today.
I love this sweater, man. It fits so nicely.
Me too. I love that. I have my old original hoodie that I printed up a long time ago. But yeah, I mean, use something simple.
I like this.
Oh yeah. See? Yep. Exactly. That's simple. It works. Yep. It's cheap. You don't need to go fancy and get a specific fancy bougie tire cleaner. Super Clean, Extra Tough, Citrus Power Cleaner Plus, all APCs and degreasers. Just dilute them stronger. Make them like 2-to-1 or 4-to-1.
Yep.
And spray them on. I found that if I wet the tire with water first, of course it kind of dilutes the power of whatever cleaner you're using. So without getting the wheel, without getting any cleaner on the wheel, if you don't need to, just spray the tire dry with whatever cleaner. And that way that's great. Super Clean aerosol is awesome. It's nice and like pinpoint direction right on the tire, and you can see it just eating all the crud off. Yeah, that's nice. Yep. So keep it simple with stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
This is for
Chris
Eric.
Murphy. We'll have to see if the wife can bruise the Smurf.
Smurf has to cut it.
Don't say that. Hey, I just spent the day cleaning our cars, so she can't get mad.
That's funny.
I was talking to Brian earlier, Phil. You ever have those days where you're like, you know what? I'm excited. I'm going to shoot some videos on these products. Yeah, I'm going to get out there. I'm going to do it. And then you get out there and you're like, I don't feel like filming.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That was me today.
Yep. Or sometimes it's the other way around. I wake up and I'm like, I don't want to do anything. And then later on, I'm like, an idea pops in my head and I'm like, I got to do it now. I got to film this now. And sometimes those are the best videos too, like unplanned, just spur of the moment. And the ideas just like when they're rolling, work with it, like roll with it, because they'll quickly go out of my head. And then I forget, and a couple of days go by and I'm like, oh man, like I never filmed that. I was going to film that and I never did. So yeah, I'm kind of in a weird rut right now. Like I got a bunch of ideas, but I don't have the vehicles to, like all of our vehicles we just cleaned and detailed. We had a student in for 5 days. It was like 2 weeks ago, right before we went to the event. He wanted all 5 days. It was awesome. It was really fun. And he was just like, just show me and teach me everything you know and everything you got. And I'm like, okay. And I ran out of cars. I'm like, well, I had a friend's car that came in. Let's go ahead and detail Sequoia. Oh, let's detail, my car. And let's detail. So it's like, I have different products testing on my vehicles. I'm like, I need another vehicle, or I need like multiple hoods or something to work. So I like run out of stuff to work on, and I can't always do it on a customer's vehicle too. If I want to use a specific product, sometimes I don't have time. I'm not in the right place to be recording, and so it can be a little weird and problematic that way. So I got all these things I want to do, but I can't do it yet. I got to wait for like the right customer's car, the right time. Yeah. So it's a weird rut that I'm in right now. But I do have a ton of old archived videos that I just filmed, from the old place. And I have at least a dozen of those they're all edited and they're just sitting in my YouTube, and I'll be putting them out every Monday, mixing them along with new stuff, old stuff, new stuff, old stuff, until I'm all done with the old stuff. So at least I do.
It's good to have archives.
Summer, you're still talking about stuff you still have from winter that you're still trying to put out.
Yes. Oh man, I have so much. It's crazy. So I'll be mixing them. I'll be
about that 50 degrees, Fab. It doesn't freeze out here, man.
I know. Yeah, I don't freeze that much often out here. Oh, hey, that's funny. Fab still used to come to California because our guns are legal.
Oh.
Pew, 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 pew.
Yeah.
Pew, pew.
Nice.
Ken wants to know if you ever had a super clean to brake buster. Wonder how that would work.
That's interesting.
I've never done it, but I was experimenting with some Wowo's clean wheels and brake buster. I mixed them both together, thinking, hey, you know what? Maybe this could be something I could discover. And it didn't make it any worse, but it didn't make it any better, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
Just like, oh yeah, let me try this out.
Yeah, it's always fun to kind of mix stuff and see, but you never know too. It's like I remember hearing years ago, I'm like, don't mix all sorts of different chemicals because you'll cancel them out. Like the different pHs, you'll cancel whatever power, whatever pH levels they have, and all that. And then it's like, I'm going to mix this strong cleaner and this strong cleaner, and it ends up to be like a neutralized dud, and there's like no cleaning power at all. So you never know. But then again, you can mix stuff and it could become an amazing cleaner. So it's like, I wish I had a chemistry degree.
Yeah, I know, right? Then we'd be making our own products secretly.
Oh man. Oh, I totally would.
So on your classes, how long ago did you start doing the classes?
It was a few months ago. Trying to think when we really started it. If it was, oh gosh, what month is it? It's November. It may have been in August sometime, I think. Mm-hmm. And Gabe from Total Detailing, he was the first one, and we had been chatting for quite a few months before then. And I helped him along with his mobile trailer, which it's crazy. He's now sold his detailing trailer. He's just like growing leaps and bounds. Like he's got this nice shop now. He's trying to get a bigger shop, and he's making chemicals, like all this cool stuff. So I'm not saying that was because of my class, because I'm like, I didn't do any of that stuff with him. I just showed him how to do some polishing, and we talked, and all of a sudden he like just exploded into a whole other level. But yeah, so I'm like, I didn't show him how to do any of that stuff. He just has this mind that doesn't stop. Like once he gets on something, he just goes full force, and that's incredible. That's incredible. I'm like, dude, how are you growing and doing so much? Like, I don't even know. Like, what planet are you on? Is time slower where you are? And he's like, oh man, it's rough. And I'm like, but I'm doing this. I'm like, that's awesome. More power to you, man. That's incredible. Keep on going. But yes, it was a few months ago, and once we had the class together, and I just posted one little post on Facebook, and he did too, and then I just started getting calls coming in, and people are like, you're doing classes, and mostly it's people who live like an hour or so away, some local guys, but that's been working out really good. I think right now we've had almost 11 or 12, maybe about a dozen students now.
That's
And
cool.
yeah, it was really good. The last one, like I said, the full week. He wanted the full week, and I was a little nervous. I'm like, how am I going to do a full week? But each day, I'm like, ooh, we're going to talk about this, and we're going to do this, and just ideas kept coming, and we did a bunch of stuff, and it turned out to be really awesome.
There's a couple. I know of at least two people in the comment in the chat right now that live in Virginia area. What does it cost to go to your detailing class?
Yeah, so our little class, you can do either a full day, a half a day, or you could do multiple days. But for the one full day, like just 9 to 5, is $600 for the day. And I'll provide everything, lunch and whatever stuff you need, all the tools I have here, the products. If you can supply your own vehicle, to work on, that's great. If not, then I have some friends that I'm like, I kind of struck a deal with them. I'm like, hey, when I get a student in, bring me your vehicle. I'll give you half off and we'll detail it. And
that's not bad.
So yeah, so that worked out really, really well. Then if you want to do multiple days, it'll be $500 per day. And that's kind of the limit where I'm like, $500 needs to be for a full day. I'm like, I know it might seem like a lot for some people, but again, I kind of designed it to be a one-on-one. You get 100% my full attention, ask all the questions you want. You're not lost in a classroom setting. Which those have their place, like Chicago Auto Pros does their detail clinic, which hopefully should still be on track for the beginning of January. So Jess and I will be there to do that. And he has multiple people in those classes, and that has its place. It definitely has its place because you're talking to some big people there too. Rupes training was going to be there and a bunch of other people. So that has its place. But if you are not the type of person that you don't want that amount of people, you just want one-on-one, you want to keep things simple, then that's what I designed the class for. That's why I call it the workshop. It feels like it's a little smaller, it's a little bit I don't know what the word, I guess you could use, cozy, and like, hey, it's just you and me. Ask all the questions you want. I got polishers, I got products. Let's just work together. And
is that on your website?
I do have a little tab on our website that will say training, and then it goes to a website, thedetailingworkshop.com. And basically from there, I'm going to put the different prices and stuff on there soon. I need to do that. But basically there, you just contact me. We'll discuss a date, and just go from there. So
is it a weekend thing?
Excuse me?
Is it on the weekends or is that during the weekday also?
I try to keep it on the weekday. A couple of people needed Saturday, so I'll do Saturday if needed. But I try to do it just on the weekdays, Mondays. Usually the best days are like Mondays, Tuesdays, or Thursdays and Fridays. I like to do it either beginning of the week or end of the week for me.
So when you schedule in these, this class, do you basically have to cancel your details for the day, or are you incorporating kind of your jobs in with that as well?
Maybe Jess can go detail.
Oh gosh. No. Those training days are her day. Like that's her day to do whatever she wants to do. And I'm the one who's working, and she's like, money, please. Like she's good with money. So
I'm going to the mall. Bye-bye.
Yeah, she's like, okay, like halfway through the day, I'm like, where are you going? She's like, out. So yeah, no, she loves those days.
Okay. Yeah,
yeah, exactly. No, that's great. She needs her time. She works like crazy, just like I do. So
that's good.
So what do you do in your downtime, Phil?
What downtime?
I knew he was gonna say like, what is
this
downtime?
Is what I do. Yeah, this is what I do. I'm like cozy in my room, drinking my hot cocoa, talking to you guys. That's my downtime.
Okay, that's good. That's a good downtime, man.
I mean, my relaxing thing is actually like sitting on my nice comfortable chair editing videos. That's actually relaxing for me. Like I just put my earbuds in and I'm like, ooh, let's edit this video, and I take all my footage and I put it. That's the relaxing, and it's almost like the creativity part that I enjoy.
Yeah.
As well. Putting it all together, make it enjoyable. I'm like, oh, they're gonna love this. Oh, they're gonna love this. You know, so I really that's another reason why I know this is probably going to get brought up later. Why I get so defensive about trolls and why I take it so personally.
No. You put those as your intros. I love them.
It's hilarious.
I take it personally because I take it personally. Like I put so much hard work into these things, you know, and all the time spent. I'm like, it's not just the detailing aspect of it. It's also like the whole editing and putting it together and thinking like, oh, people are going to enjoy this. I hope they do. You know, I hope they just enjoy it. They can sit back and relax and just watch it, because I like to watch videos all the way through. Longer ones, I will split up. Shorter ones, I like to watch all the way through. The longer ones, I'm like, ooh, I got like 20 minutes. Let's watch a bunch of that. I'll save it for later. And I'll watch the whole thing through, but I cut it in pieces. But that's the enjoyable thing. Is like you never know what you're going to see. There could be something really interesting towards the end that if you only watch the first 10 minutes or less, like you're never going to get to that little gem that might be in there somewhere. So I'll watch videos all the way through. Yep. Yeah. I'll watch videos all the way through to make sure I don't miss anything. So yeah, so
you don't miss stuff.
Exactly. That's where it comes from. So you don't miss stuff.
Love it.
That is funny.
Yeah. Yeah, but I know that's why I take it so personally. It's like I put a lot of hard work into this. You have no idea.
I had some guy troll me the other day for like I don't get him often, and normally I shrug him off, but man, lightweight got to me, and I was just like, you know what? He just literally just was like, I don't know why I wasted my time watching this video, and I'm like, I don't know either. I don't know why you're gonna waste your time watching it if you're gonna sit here and tell me it's terrible. Like, I just don't get it, man. Like, those are the people out there that don't understand the freaking effort you have to put in. Like, filming is easy, kind of. You know, that's the easy part. Editing and putting all these hours behind editing and putting a video together for people to watch. It's like half the people, like, they don't even have a channel. They don't even detail, and they just want to come on and be jerks. It's like,
yeah.
Sometimes editing can take longer than the detail itself. I mean, sometimes when if I make a full video of a car I detailed, I might spend all week doing it.
Yeah. Yep. Oh yeah.
It's a job.
I've done a video before. Then I watched it. And I was like, "There's no way." I just delete it and start it over. I've done that before.
Yep. Oh yeah, I've done that. Yeah. So. Oh well. Yeah. So I am really trying to actively try to do something. I don't know what to do about it, but I guess the only thing we can do, because you're not going to be able to stop it, you don't know who these people are, is just eliminate it completely. And it's like I don't want to delete everything, because I do view it as like a teaching moment. Because obviously some of them detail to some degree, because you read what they're saying and you're like, well, they know something about it, but something's a little off. So yeah, so I try to use it as like a teaching moment. Like, hold on a second. Like, you didn't ask a question, you just made a statement. So ask a question first and then go from there. Like, why did you do that? Not, you shouldn't have done that. So I try to use it as a teaching moment, because people are going to watch those videos and try to learn from them and be like, yeah, why would he do that? So I try to answer the question.
Exactly.
You know, with the intent of showing the person, like, this is why I do it, and this are the reasons why, and not so much to answer the troll person, but to use it as a lesson. So someone else hopefully reads it and they're like, oh, okay, good. I see that he answered it properly.
Okay, I get it. Yeah.
So it's like, it's not really for the troll, it's for others watching and others seeing it. So because if that stuff if that stuff goes uncorrected, I think, at least to me, I think people might get confused and like, well, see, he didn't answer that question. So
it means he's wrong. Or
exactly. Yeah. So something might be, is something off? You know, he didn't really answer it. So that's why I try to actually answer it, give all the reasons why, and the proof and show. So the person's like, oh, the person's just a troll. This guy obviously answered the question right there. Got it. Okay. I learned from that. So I hope that people see it that way and they can learn from it.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah. So Jason Davis wants to know, what products do you use for daily driver detailing? Soap, decon, sealant or wax? What's your go-to?
Okay, so for go-to, before the whole YouTube thing and before I had so many products, my go-to shampoo was very simple. Chemical Guys Citrus Washing Gloss. I've seen so many guys use it. It's very cheap. It's effective. It works really well. It's highly dilutable. I could easily get my hands on it. I had it on Amazon as like a regular order. It would just come in, and I used that as my soap. Loved it. Never had issues with it. Working in full sun, heat, black cars. Never gave me residue issues. Always rinsed off clean. Just worked for me.
Nice.
One of my favorite waxes that we still use to this day is the Meguiar's D301 finishing wax. Again,
Nice.
super cheap, very effective, very underrated as well. Sure, there's other better waxes out there, but this one for mobile detailers especially, I think is one of the best because it could work, again, in full heat and sun on a black panel, and I machine apply it. It wipes off easy. It's a dream to work with. It's so nice. So that's one of my go-to waxes. And it kind of lightly polishes the paint too. So if you have a little bit of clay marring from the clay mitt, I use the clay mitts for all the top surfaces. I used to use a lot of either the Mother's clay. Oh yeah. Yep. I saw you talking about that the other day. I use either Mother's or Meguiar's clay bars. I haven't used those in a while, but the Mother's one I had on like a reorder kit a lot. Oh, cool. That's the little clay. Yep. Nice. Yep. So I'll use that for all the bottom surfaces because usually I want the clay bar to take the brunt of all the nasty stuff instead of using my clay mitt. So I use that for the
wheels and tires and stuff. Yeah.
Exactly. Yep. So I'll sacrifice the clay bar for that. So that's for my mechanical decon. I don't always use tar and iron remover because for daily drivers and stuff like that, I'm like, they're not paying for that type of a service. They don't need it. But generally, I've been reaching for that Meguiar's iron decon, the real stinky, like smelly stuff. That stuff is really good. It's a good cleaner. It foams up well. It's powerful. So I'll use that to decon, and then I'll use. Oh, see, I don't know if I haven't actually used that stuff. Is that the same stuff? Does it stink like
Meguiar's decon, right? Yeah, it kind of foams out when you spray it.
There's the other stuff, the pro stuff that comes in the gallon.
Oh, okay.
It's but I haven't used that one. It might be the same stuff. Just a read.
I think that's just their professional lineup. I think it might be the same stuff, Phil.
It might be. I'm thinking it is because the way it's labeled and the way what it says. So does it smell like farts? Does it really stink? Okay. Then it's the same stuff. Yep. So that's the same stuff.
Don't get me started.
But it works well. It is good stuff. It just stinks. And then I use CarPro Tar X. That's one of my favorite tar removers. And Geon Tar. I'll use Geon Tar. I just ran out of it, but CarPro Tar X is really good for dissolving tar. So those are my go-to shampoos, waxes, and decon chemicals. Nice. Yep.
I just used the Malco Iron Blaster today, courtesy recommendation of FAB. Oh, I honestly still smell like fart. It is terrible. It is absolutely terrible, guys. I mean, I got in my truck to go get Chipotle, and since I sprayed it on the hood, it got up by the cowl, and my inside of my truck smelled like straight fart, like just straight rock. I was like, oh my God. I had to message Fab and say, dude, you weren't joking. This stuff is just terrible, man. I mean, God, it's terrible.
Yeah. I was using some of the best smelling iron decons was AM Details iron. That was really good. It actually smelled pretty deep. You can still get a hint of whatever that chemical is in there that attacks iron particles. But when you spray it, instead of just opening up the bottle and smelling it, when you atomize it, it smells much more pleasant. And then the last coat, what is it called? Is it Iron Off?
Oh, you know what? I got that right here.
That one is very similar to the AM Details one. That one, Iron Off. It's good. It's good. It doesn't smell like the iron decon from Meguiar's. It smells a little fruitier, but you can still tell that it's there. But it's much.
I was I was gonna do that.
Yeah.
I was gonna use that today, but I wanted to shoot a video on it when I did use it. So I was like, let me just go with this Iron Blaster, and then oh gosh, man, it just.
Then you'll notice a big difference when you start using the iron off. Yeah.
Oh
It's
yeah,
much better.
that's gonna be next. I gotta find a candidate test vehicle.
Yeah.
How
Yeah.
many
Definitely.
more years do you see yourself still doing the detailing and YouTube at the same time?
Oh man. I mean, I'm gonna keep pushing it as far as I can.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
That's good.
I'll just keep on going. YouTube has really opened up a lot of doors for us.
Yes.
I mean, if it wasn't for YouTube, I mean, this is how you get your face out there and your name out there. And I did it just for customers only. When I first started, I'm like, I wanted to show customers what we can do.
Mm-hmm.
And that was before I started putting my face and talking. It was just strictly, just video and little captions and like that's it. Very, very simple. Just to kind of get my feet wet and to get into it. But I'm like, yeah, I think this would be really good for customers, just so they can see. I can send them a link, and I can show them, look, this is the interior, this is the exterior, this is what we do. They see us working, even though I'm not talking, but they see us physically working. And I just thought that
Yeah.
was kind of nice to show. I think for businesses starting up too, it's good to show you performing the work, get some video shots of you doing stuff, and don't have any stock photos on your website or anything like that. Like do all your own pictures. Just grab your phone. You can do it with your phone very simply and get pictures of you actually doing. I hate those websites that many different companies have. It's not just detailing. There's many different companies have like the generic like guy with the sponge, or like the generic lady like talking on customer service. I'm like, that's not you. Like get your own.
That's definitely not you. Yeah.
Yeah. Get your own photos. I think that's really important. But I mean, yeah, YouTube just opened up so much for us. I didn't realize how people were going to view us, and then companies started reaching out, and the whole turtle wax thing was just like life changing. That was crazy. And it keeps on going. And now with the detailing workshop, it's getting into training. We're with the Chicago Auto Pros and Car Supplies Warehouse, and it's just going to keep on going and going and going. I just want to keep pushing that. And I'm sure eventually, if my body doesn't break down first, that I'll be detailing. I'll be detailing, but then it'll probably be more like training, and YouTube will also be more like training. I want to try to do some live training as well, so that people can.
Have you ever thought about doing a live stream like how we doing here while you're training somebody?
Yeah, that's actually what I was thinking about doing. Maybe not like just for their privacy purposes. I've even asked a few of them, like, do you mind if I record you? And some of them were like, yeah, some of them were like, no. But what I would like to do is do a live stream like this and just put it on for like an hour or maybe 2 hours in the garage. I'm trying to find a good webcam. I got this webcam, but the quality is good, but I was going to use it tonight. I'm just using my MacBook, but it was like really, really slow. It couldn't keep up. So everything was like not synchronizing, but I want to get a nice wide angle camera to show the full garage. And if someone wants some specific training on how to polish, how to do this, and they want to see it live and have me talk to them, then I'll pull my car in, start the camera, start the live session. Like, all right, we're on the clock. We have an hour. What do you want to see? And they're like, okay, I want to see you grab the polisher and do this. I want to see how you do this. And I'm like, okay. And then I can grab the camera, like on a wire or something, and show exactly what I'm doing. And it could almost be like you're there, in the live stream. So I'm trying to still develop that and what the best way.
And Eric's trying to kind of do the same thing because he wants to do a stream to where he's doing like a full either paint correction or paint enhancement, and while he's streaming, still be able to somehow see the comments coming in, and so he can answer the comments and still work at the same time. Granted, it's going to take longer to detail the vehicle, but
it'll
be worth it. It'll be worth it.
I think it'd be cool.
That would be great. Like that would be a few hours, right? Or like the whole day.
Yeah. Like if I could figure out how to stream, for a few hours at least 2 hours. I mean, it's got to be at least 2 hours because I mean,
at least 2 hours.
Going with answering comments and talking to people. I mean, you'll get the front of a car done and that's it, you know. But it's like
you'd almost have to have a Bluetooth. You'd have to have a Bluetooth mic so they can at least hear you. But then somehow you got to see the question. You know, that's the hard part.
Yeah, that's true. I have my TV mounted in my garage. That's a good idea. I would probably run it through my TV so I can see comments from a distance. That's a good idea.
Yeah. That way you can read the comments and then reply to the comments as you're kind of going through, as, you know, asking questions.
You can read the question. I even volunteer, you know, I'll even make the long drive to Poppy Smurf's house and I'll pop it up on the screen for him. You know, I'll just stay in the background. Nobody even have to see me. Yeah. I'll just kind of like, you know, he can have this Bluetooth earpiece. I bet the next question is, and then he can kind of hear the question and answer at the same time. Because you know, you can't see that he's got a Bluetooth earpiece on now. You can't even see it in his beard.
Yeah,
you know,
that's cool.
It's hidden in my beard.
Beard.
That's awesome.
You know, so somehow, I would go there to help him do that. I think that would be a great idea to do a full-on stream of doing a full-on paint correction on a vehicle from start to end. I think that would be cool.
Yeah, it would.
Long video.
Then, or at least, like you said, maybe just the front end. You know, just to show like some of the problems that you run into, how long it really takes, like your process. Actually, Gabe from Total Detailing was doing that. He was doing a couple of streaming live sessions on Facebook, and he just put the camera there, and he'd just be working on a car. And he'd do a panel, wipe it down, then talk to the camera, answer some questions, and then just kind of continue working. That's actually a really cool idea.
Yeah.
Just like, hey, I'm going to be, you know, the camera's going to be streaming for like an hour or two. You're going to see me work. I'll be in and out talking to you guys, answering questions, but it'll just be full on live. You'll just see the full workflow.
Exactly. There's no speed up of polishing, you know, doing all this, doing all that. And
that's when Judge is making breakfast, brings it out to you and everything, right?
One cup of coffee. You're like, yes.
Yep. That's a really good idea. That's some really good brainstorming. Now I got some stuff to work on. That's some cool ideas.
That's what
you don't really see it that much. You don't see it that much on YouTube, and it's like there's a lot of people out there that are scared to pick up a DA polisher, just like me. I was terrified.
Yeah.
I just want to encourage those guys, like, hey, it's really not that difficult.
I don't know if Kim's still in here in the comments, but you know, I know Kim, she follows you, Eric, but I don't know. It seems like maybe she at one point was afraid to grab a DA polisher because she's always asking the difference between a rotary and a DA. Always do the DA no matter what. But I even showed somebody once before. I literally just grabbed, I'll just grab one of mine. I just grabbed a DA and I told the person, dude, it's impossible, almost impossible. I just put the DA and just let it sit there. I was like, look, it ain't going to do nothing to your car. These are so freaking safe. I even showed him. I was like, if I press down, it's going to stop. If I turn it down and go in a weird angle, it's going to stop. They're almost safe proof. They're so safe.
Yeah. That actually might be my first one. There was one video that I'm brainstorming in my head, trying to figure out how I'm going to do it. But I have all these different polishers. I have a couple of the nice Rupes ones. I got a couple of little knockoff polishers. I have some Max Shine. I got a bunch of different polishers. And I was going to do a video on all the different types of polishers. The only thing I really don't have is a full size rotary. Yeah, because I don't need it. I don't use it. It might be good. I might get one just so I have one to show. But the truth is, I don't think you really need it anymore. They become outdated. No. People only use them because it's their personal preference. Like they learned how to polish using it. Yeah. And to them, it's faster. For me, it wouldn't be faster. Even though I got
because I have one boat. I do one boat once a month, and about every 6 months, I do the bottom half of his boat. And that's the only reason why I pull my rotary out is to do his boat.
Yeah, you need it for those, for boats, for RVs, for gel coat. Exactly. Yeah. But if you don't need it,
it sits in a bucket.
Yeah. So, but I was thinking about doing a video like that, like different types of polishers, not to be afraid of them. If you want to get into polishing, you can, if you have the money, go and buy the brand new Rupes Mark III 15 or 21, the one of the high end ones. But I want
Those
to
are
show
not
people
too.
that you don't need to use that. And I'll
Not
show
yet.
the difference. I'll show the difference. I have this other little polisher that's it's kind of like a knockoff Griot's, kind of like the one that you had in your hand. It's called the Platypus.
Yeah.
And it's actually really decent. I was using it the other day. Yeah, it looks just like that. It's got very much the same components. It's got the nice soft trigger. It's very easy to handle. It's powerful. I'm like, it's a cheap knockoff. And not to say that Mac Shines they're not knockoffs, but they're their own brand, their own feel, and they have a different feel also. So go with what you can afford and what you're comfortable with, and just get used to the polisher. Like when I had students come in, and I had a few that had no experience polishing at all. Like they had never picked one up. And I'm like, here we go, from the beginning. And I told them, just hold the polisher, just hold it, get used to holding it, and get comfortable just holding the thing.
Yeah.
The balance of it and everything. And then, I put the pad on, and I said, just without turning it on, put it on the paint and feel the balance of it, and that's just all it is. Just getting over the fear of how it feels on the car, and then turning it on, you think it's going to like rip through the paint. Like, it's just the sound. I know it sounds powerful. It is powerful, but get used to it, and some would be really slow, like their speed 2. And I'm like, crank it up. And I like turn it up on them. And they're like, it's too much. It's too much. I'm like, no. Get used to it. Crank all the way up to 6. Get used to it. It's okay.
Yeah.
And once they get over the fear, they're like, oh, okay. It's not that bad. It's not that bad. And, just had to teach them how to tweak the polisher a little bit and balance it. And so it, continues to rotate, all that stuff. I think that's good to show people one-on-one, or at least if we can do it on a live stream to show.
Have you used any gear-driven DAs?
I have the Rupes Millet.
That's gear-driven?
Yeah, it is. But I don't like it. It's weird. No, I've used the Flex ones before. They feel good. Like they feel like they're doing something. But for some reason, when I was comparing it to the Rupes 15, I got the Mark III. Maybe it's just because I'm so used to the DAs, I know how to handle them. I think it's kind of a learning curve for the gear driven. At least maybe for me it is. Because I do the same thing. I'm like doing all the same passes and everything. I'm like, it doesn't feel like it's doing anything. I don't know why.
Yeah.
So maybe it's just a learning curve. I got to keep playing around with it. And
my battery's dying. Hey, Mike. Mike, can you pull me out real quick? You can put you guys on the screen. I got to grab my phone charger. I'm at.
Uh-oh. Yep, his phone died.
Yeah, he has to grab his phone charger real quick. So he's still there. It's just he's just not there.
Okay.
So on the on your battery or on your cordless, it seems like you really, really like that one the most. Whatever made you want to go try a cordless one?
Because it doesn't have a cord.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah,
that's basically what.
I have one cordless one too, but it's this one.
Oh, wow.
It's DeWalt.
Yeah.
And I have DeWalt everything for tools, So
you got the batteries. So you got like a ton of batteries.
Oh yeah, I got a ton of batteries. Yeah, because I mean, I got DeWalt everything for tools, so everything has batteries. Yep. And I just had a ton of batteries.
Yeah, might as well go with that.
That's when I was doing the mobile stuff, I was kind of like you. Also, I kind of got back to my garage, and I'm like, I kind of rather work from my garage. It's kind of nice to when the wife said, "Hey, breakfast ready," I go, it's called timeout. I might walk inside, eat breakfast, come back out.
Oh yeah. I feel I do a better job anyway because I have everything here. I'm comfortable, and I will go overboard on a vehicle. I'd be like, "Hey,
OCD."
I got." Yeah, exactly. I'm like, well, I'm here. I got time. Like, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna add this. I'm gonna add that. So really, the customer is getting way more bang for the buck if they bring it to me. I know it might be a little inconvenient for them, but the payoff is, I mean, it's going to be a better end result. It just is. Not to say that I'm not doing it as well mobily, but I'm like hustling more when I'm mobile, and it's just worse on me to get the same quality of service and the end result. So if it's here, I'm taking my time. Way better.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, same here. Is your Mini, is that one also cordless?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Made both by SPTA.
Yeah. I noticed when, I think it was in your video this morning, but I just didn't notice if it was battery operated or corded. I didn't notice, but I did see it though in the video.
Yeah. It doesn't have, unlike the the Rupes hybrid, it doesn't have the corded option.
Mm-hmm.
So it's only cordless. You have to make sure you have the batteries all charged up.
What makes the Rupes hybrid so phenomenal? It's so expensive. Why? What's the difference between the hybrid and your little cordless one that you have?
It has the name Rupes on it. That's yeah. I mean, other than I'm sure probably some of the components are a little bit nicer with the Rupes. I'm sure, but it's unconfirmed. I don't really know 100%, but I do know that companies like SPTA make polishers, or have companies that make polishers that will make polishers both for high-end companies like Rupes and for cheaper brands.
Mm-hmm.
So it may come from the same exact factory, just different divisions, I guess you can say, in the company, where they're like, okay, we're going to make a high-end polisher, and then we're also going to make a lower end polisher with slightly cheaper components and slightly less quality. Aw. Hi.
I'm back. My little man wanted to come out. Say hi, bud.
Hi, buddy.
Can you say hi?
He's just like Jess on video.
Aw.
He was out helping me clean the cars earlier.
Nice. See, that's, man, if we had a kid, Jess wouldn't have to work at all. I'd be using that kid detailing all the time.
Well, you can see yourself doing that.
Yeah, see, put him to work. Teach him good work with your hands.
Oh yeah, he loves it. He was actually putting the tire shine on for me earlier.
Oh man, you're so lucky, man. Yep.
He said, "Hi, Bill."
Weird.
I think he's got a little scruff going on already down here.
Aw.
That's pretty funny.
You want to say hello? Oh,
cute.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were just talking about the SPTA cordless polisher that we love, and yeah,
not having a cord is just,
it's the best. Yeah, but I'm actually very impressed with that machine. I'm using that thing nonstop, and it hasn't given. I'm waiting for it. I'm pretty hard on it. Like I'll use it for full paint corrections now, and I'm really putting it to work. The only thing that's showing wear is that stupid little sticker that's over the button for the battery signal and the the power level on it. That's the only thing that's starting to wear off. Everything else feels very good.
No, stop, dude.
But
so let me ask you a question. This will get a little bit more into personal detailing, I guess. When it comes to YouTube and your affiliates and detailing, how's the percentages weigh out? Possible.
You mean as far as financially? Like, does it make me money?
Yeah.
Like more money? Oh, the detailing is
way out. Is it 50-50, 70-30?
No, the YouTube and even the affiliates make us like 10% of what we really make detailing.
Okay.
Yeah, detailing is our bread and butter.
Bye, buddy. I'm gonna take him.
Yeah, no, detailing is our main business. That's where we really make the money. YouTube and the affiliates and all that stuff, every month or so it averages out to maybe $1,000, maybe 15. Every once in a while, like on good months, it might be $2,000 a month. And I'm just being completely open and honest with that. I mean, that's that's just, it's money coming in, it's passive income, it's nice, but I try not to rely on that.
Yeah.
It's nice to have that come in.
That's for the mall.
Oh, whoa.
Yes. Yeah. So that's from YouTube, different affiliates and stuff like that. And so I try to put that money away or just put it right back into the business and keep it going. So, but the detailing, that's where the moneymaker is for us. That's really where we make the bulk of our money.
Nice.
Yep. So,
and have you always been, when you moved to Virginia, did you move to where you're at now with your parents, or did you recently just move there?
No, we recently just moved here. So this house that I'm in now, we've been here, I think it was the beginning of July. It was July 1st that we moved here this year. So, and really, I mean, we've worked in this area. This is Chesterfield. It's like a half hour west of Richmond, like downtown Richmond. And we used to live like 15 minutes east of Richmond. So it's just like, it's about 45 minutes, west of where we used to live. So, but when my parents moved down here, they sold their house in Boston and then moved down here, and we basically bought the house together. And it was a big enough house. I mean, this place that we found, it was crazy. We were searching for like a month, and this is the last one we looked at. It happened to just pop up on the market. We saw it online. We had a realtor that we're working with, an agent, and I'm like, we got to see this house tomorrow. And she was like, let me work something up. And it just happened to be that she knew the other agent that was selling it, and they owed her a favor, and we got in to see it, and that was it. We're like, yep, this is it. We got to make an offer. Let's get this place now. And then it just worked out. A month later, we were in.
Nice. That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
That garage,
garage.
I did it for you.
Oh man, that when I saw that garage, like immediately my brain was going crazy. I'm like, oh, there's so many possibilities. There's so many things we can do here. So it worked out really well. Say what?
So much room for activities.
Oh yeah, man. Oh yeah. So, but the place is working out nice. We actually split the upstairs. We're in our own separate little apartment. There's still some other work to do around here, but it's much much easier now, because like before it was like just living with my parents, which was nice. My parents are pretty chill. They're easygoing, but you can't do that forever. We need our own little place.
Yeah.
So, but now it's split, and it's really nice. It's really awesome.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That is awesome. So what are the
go ahead.
I didn't mean to cut you off. I was going to say, what are the future plans for 2021 for you, Phil?
Ooh, man. So the garage is almost there. There's a few other little things I need to add to it, but it's working out really good. As far as the business aspect, that just keeps on rolling. I do have some other plans we have a detached garage that's not big enough to fit cars in. It was made almost like a shed type of garage. So my dad has that garage out there, but it also has an upstairs level, like basically like two small bedrooms upstairs that we're going to try to convert those, one to like a studio. So it might be like our new, not like a recording studio necessarily. Like my dad likes to play guitar, and I even have my guitars right there. I used to play guitar way back in the day, but I keep them more for nostalgic reasons. But he would love to have like a little studio up there. And I'm like, oh, well, why don't we do that together? It could be like an office, I'll use it for work and use it as like a business write-off, and it'll be our recording studio and work office and all that stuff. And then the downstairs, we have plans to make it into like a waiting room / small retail spot.
Nice.
So we might, I don't know how I'm going to work that in, but I would like to at least have just like a couple little shelves in there with maintenance products for customers.
Exactly.
And we'll see how that goes. And maybe if it gets big enough, maybe I could be like kind of a smaller supplier for other detailers if they want gallons of products, and maybe I might be able to supply, because there's no place around here like that. There's some big detailing places here that are like big warehouses that people can go into and get products. But I would like to be a little bit more specialized and get stuff that those places don't carry. So even cool. carrying stuff, like I would love to be able to carry the SPTA polishers, the cordless one. So I was trying to talk to the company and see if I could be able to either have them here or drop ship them like off my website to sell them, or have them here to pick up if possible. And then having other specialty products again, like that no other places have, like even carrying Ethos stuff and Lithium stuff. I'm like, that we don't see here locally. You got to buy that online. So, or Car Supplies, if you live close enough to Chicago, you can buy it there. But I think it'd be really cool to have some of those specialty things in my small retail spot where if people are searching for it, they're like, oh, ooh, this guy has it. He's only an hour away. We can go there and pick it up.
Yep.
I would love to be able to have that. That would be really cool.
Yeah.
So those are plans in the future.
I'm the type of guy that likes to go to a store and actually physically buy it.
Yeah.
On top of, for you providing detailing, you can say, hey, so your car is decked out, it's all done. Now you need to maintain it. And did you know I have a retail store? I can get you what you need as far as microfibers, wash mitts, soaps, toppers, everything to keep your car looking good when you leave here. You know what I mean? So it's like a 1+1,
Yes, exactly. That's actually what got me started on that is customers would ask me, okay, well, what do I need to get? And I'm like, oh, I'll send you links. But I'm like, man, I wish I had it right here.
Exactly.
So,
that's a great idea.
Yeah. So now I have space for it.
Is there enough mobile detailers out in your area to make it worthwhile?
To be like a main supplier for them, probably not. Probably not. I think I'd probably have to just stick with just the maintenance stuff for now, and then just see where it goes. So yeah, I was trying to weigh that out, and I'm not going to go big fast anyway. I'm going to start slow with just the maintenance stuff, and if I do have local detailer guys always picking up that type of stuff, then maybe I might slowly add in gallons of products and microfibers and other things that they use more often. And who knows, that could explode into something else. So we'll see. We'll start small and see what happens.
Right on.
Yeah. What's up, Humberto?
So last question for you is from Humberto. He says, do customers request to divide a job between interior detailing and exterior detailing, because of the economy or scheduling?
Yeah, they try to. I don't always want to do that. I try to just do interior and exterior, and that's it. I try not to divide them up. But again, for interior details, it's like special requests. That like I've had some people that beg, and like, I really don't need the exterior. I just need the interior. I'm like, okay, fine. It's going to be this amount of dollars, and they're like, okay. Like if you're begging me, it means either you couldn't find someone else or you really want our services for some reason. I'm like, I got to take advantage of that a little bit. I'm going to have to charge you.
Yeah.
So
you have to charge a little extra.
Yeah, exactly. But no, they're usually fine with that. It does mean that they want a good quality job done, that they want it done right. But I still do have my exterior services. So I have like 3 different levels. The paint protection, which is basically the wash, decon, wax, or sealant. The paint enhancement, which, as you know, that's my one step, whatever, paint enhancement, and then the paint correction. So those are the 3 exteriors, and those I love to do just separately. If I don't have to do the interior, I won't. Or if they want a basic interior, it's like an extra $50 to $75 for a basic interior added on. So that way I can just blast through the interior quick, focus on the exterior.
Yeah. There's nothing like, correcting. I've done it, I've got to get done with the full paint correction. You're like, man, this thing, I got to do the interior.
I know.
Man.
See, that's why I do the interiors first. I do the interiors first because it's a mindset for me. I'm like, let's get that interior first because then I can kind of enjoy the exterior parts. I'll enjoy that much more. And take my time with it. Yeah. And then after that last panel, it looks good. All right. We seal it, we coat it, we do whatever. And like, great, interior's done. Like I want that last few minutes to be the exterior, and that's it. And then we're done.
Yeah. Yep. Nice.
So that's our methodology of that.
Cool.
I always tell people that kind of like back to what you were saying, they see your videos and they say, I want that, you know.
Yeah.
And everyone
Yeah.
tells me, you know, I do a lot of family and friends. You know, I rarely do somebody's car I don't know personally. And they say, well, I want what you did to Mikey's truck. You know, whatever you did to his truck, do it to mine. And I was like, well, I'm gonna need it for the whole day. You know, you're gonna need to. I tell them you got to drop it off the night before because I'm up at 5 o'clock in the morning to get started and whatnot. And I haven't had an issue, but one person that couldn't drop it off the night before. I said, if you can't drop it off the night before, then I just can't do it because I can't wait for you in the morning, you know, to drop it off at 10. And I'm over here rushing to try to get done. It just
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like 8 o'clock latest for me. That's what I like. 8 o'clock latest.
Wow, you guys start early. I'm gonna be honest. I am not a morning person. So when I have the customer bring the car to us the night before, I love that. Because I'm like, we're gonna roll on this like around 9:30. That's when we get started.
Well, you got two people. I mean, a 4-hour job will be done in 2 hours. You know? Still be done by lunchtime.
So that's why. That is why. Yeah. If it was by myself, I would be like, all right, I got to get up early. I got to get this done. But I guess we are kind of spoiled in that way. It's two of us, and we both have equal amounts of experience. You know, that's another thing that I think a lot of people don't realize. I'm like, between both of us, it's 22 years. Yeah, you know, between the both of us, we both have that experience. Yeah. So I do count myself very fortunate to have that. And also to have that struggle, you know, like I know exactly how people feel starting out in their business. I know exactly how that feels because I was there. I was in $30,000 of empty debt, starting a business from scratch, not even knowing what I was doing. Like many people, and moving to an area where we knew nobody. We moved to Richmond. We didn't know anybody, no family, no friends. We chose this area because of just research that I was doing. I'm like, I don't want to go to Florida. It's too hot. I want to go somewhere in the middle. So we did research and we're like, okay, either Virginia or the Carolinas. And the more research we did, we were like, well, it just seemed that that Virginia was nice. And we're like, oh, maybe Virginia Beach. And looking at the different prices of places, we're like, no. And we kind of gravitated towards Richmond, and that seemed to be kind of the sweet spot, and that worked really well. Hi
Jess.
Hi Jess.
Oh, she can't hear you. It's in my headphones. Sorry. All right. But yeah,
so doing this.
Yeah, definitely. Well, thank you guys.
We can do it again.
Definitely.
Yeah, we will.
Well, we'll get an update on how school's going or your, the training that you're doing.
Oh yeah.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
I appreciate this.
Definitely. I think I do have a couple of students coming up.
Next week, I believe we will have Ethos Car Care next week.
Nice.
Yep. Ethos going to be fun. It's going to be a good time.
Tim coming in. I think we have chemical guys coming in the future. Drake's Detailing. Attention to Detail, Chelsea. I'm working on the I can't remember those damn brushes. Proper detailing brushes.
Brad with Glovebox too said that.
That's right.
Cool.
Well.
Nice. Hey Phil, have you used the Ethos Graphene Matrix coating yet?
No, I have. Oh wait. I do have a bottle of coating that they sent me that I think is actually their.
It might be just the ceramic matrix, or is it the graphene?
No, it's not the graphene. No, it's the ceramic matrix one. I haven't even used it yet. No, I haven't used it yet. But I need to. From what I've been seeing, it looks pretty impressive. I'm trying not to pay too much attention to all of the controversy about it. Yeah. Because I think it'll all be straightened out soon, basically. It's a lot of back and forth, and I'm like, well, it happened with ceramic coatings, and I know the truth is somewhere in the middle.
Yeah.
It just people need to use it. They need to understand a little bit more, and the truth will come out eventually about what it really is and all of that stuff. So I'm not getting into that whole.
His 4 months, it's still looking like the second day. It's
Yeah,
phenomenal. After
I'm
4 months, I'm
impressed
like,
so far.
holy cow, stuff looking great.
And that's just one coat. And it was my first coating ever, too. Only coating.
I know. I remember you. Yep, I remember you talking about that with the first.
That's awesome. Well, before we go, I want to answer Jason Davis's question about the Koch Chemie event. He just wanted to tell us about it. It was pretty awesome. You know, it was interesting though, is a lot of people that I didn't know. A lot of other big detailers that they tried to invite these other huge companies, big shops and stuff. And I felt very like, what am I doing here? Like, I'm the little guy. It was like me and Gabe and Carlos and Jason. And I knew Nick from Hawk Pro, but he was doing his own thing with Matt Mormon and they were all busy. So I'm like, I only hung out with the guys that I knew basically. And all the other people, I'm like, I have no idea who they were at all. It wasn't like the Turtle Wax event where like there was a lot of people there that I knew who they were and got to talk to them. But man, if it wasn't for this stupid COVID thing, it would have been so much better, I think, because it felt that it was a little limited. Oh, and Brian, of course, Brian and April were there. Duh. So we got to hang out with them. Jimbo was there. I forgot about Jimbo. But yeah, it felt a little rushed, but I know it was because of the whole COVID thing. So if it wasn't for that, it would have been, it did. It kind of messed things up a little bit. So hopefully they might do it again. I hope companies do that. Just so that we can meet people, network, learn about the company. It's nice to meet the owners. It's nice to talk to them face to face. So you have a face behind the name of the company and behind the products. So that's pretty cool. I just hope that more events are like that throughout the year so we can really get to know these companies.
Exactly.
I just think that would be nice to do. I mean, even
like
if it's just...
the concept of... Oh, go ahead, Phil. Sorry.
No, you're fine. Go ahead.
I was kind of like the concept of kind of like what me and Mike were trying to do is like get these companies, not just, YouTubers, detailers, but like the companies to come in and, everybody's buying their products, but they don't know about the company behind the product. So we thought, hey, this would be a good idea, a great idea to get people to know the face behind the company as well. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
We did Lithium Car Care products this last week.
Yep.
And we had him on for almost over 2 hours on him as well, I believe, huh?
Yeah, that was a good one.
About all of his product. How do you come up with Lithium as a name? How the products start? How did you start the company? Why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? And, team up with Ethos and become Lithios.
Lithios. Nice.
Because they only got one chemist each, I think.
That's awesome. I think you should definitely do that. Even reach out to companies like Super Clean and Extra Tough and those types of companies.
We reached out to Super Clean, but Jessica's on vacation. She's my contact.
But I'm sure those companies will want to do it because it's good for us as the detailers to meet those people, and it gives us a little bit more confidence using their product. I mean, their products are awesome anyway, but it's nice to be able to talk to them face to face. It's just a really cool thing.
Nice.
Definitely.
Yep.
Yeah.
I was just thinking, Mike, I said, man, we got to get hold of Jessica. I know she'd be down to do it.
Oh, heck yeah.
Oh, yeah. I definitely think so.
She's cool.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Phil,
oh, yeah.
I appreciate this.
Yeah, thank you guys so much.
If you guys are still here watching after over 2 hours, the links in the description to all three of our channels are down below. Follow us on Instagram. I'll post that up right now so you can follow us all on Instagram. And
Definitely. Then appreciate it, Phil. This was awesome, man.
Yeah, thank you guys. Thank you guys so much.
Halfway through maybe 2021, we can get you back and see how things are going there with you in your new house and how the garage is finally done and all that stuff, and do it again.
That would be awesome.
Right now
thank you guys.
By the time we do it again, hopefully it'll be a little bit bigger.
Yeah,
definitely.
That would be awesome.
Trying to grow, man.
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, everybody, I want to say appreciate everybody for coming in, watching.
Yes, thank you.
Everybody.
Yeah,
Phil,
thank you guys. It was great.
Thank you very much for doing this, taking your time for and hanging out with us. I know it's not the greatest.
Great.
So far.
No, man, it was great.
Great. That was great. Learning more about Phil.
Yeah, no, it was great chatting with you guys.
Definitely. I got a burrito in the oven on waiting for me.
It's time for me to go to bed. It's 11 p.m. here, so I am gonna.
That's right. You're ahead.
I know. It's only 8. It's only 8 here, so
yeah.
Time to binge watch some Arrow on Netflix and stuff my face.
Nice.
I love that show.
Nice. Love it.
Cool. I appreciate everybody. I'm gonna get ready to head off here and again, thank you, Phil. Thanks, Mike.
All right.
Make sure to tune in next week for Tim at Ethos, and
yes,
that'll be on my channel. I'll be doing my 2:00. Yeah, Sunday 2:00.
2:00 next Sunday.
Okay. Cool.
Ethos.
Cool.
Thank you, everybody.
All right, everybody.
All right. Take care, guys.
Take care, Phil.
Bye, guys.
Sweet.